So, your winner of the 2012 Liwa, it's a little city. It's a little city. Actually, two little cities. And that's why they're called the Twin Cities. Two little cities, one across from the other. And this is a little city in the middle of the U.S.
Please hold.
Okay. This is a little city in the middle of the U.S. So when I was younger, it's 7 hours from my hometown city of Winnipeg in the middle of Canada. And the closest U.S. city to us in Winnipeg was 7 hours away. And it was a city called Minneapolis, the Twin Cities. We would drive down there. I was 14, 15. I drove down with these brothers, pick up somebody who was coming from overseas. And we slept like 30 guys in one hotel room or motel room. And yeah, those are my fond memories of Minneapolis. Now, Minneapolis has developed itself over the years, and they have an amazing, mashallah, tabarakallah, network of community. And they brought Al-Maghrib Institute last year. They surprised everybody by winning the unofficial vote. And actually this year they came in third, I believe, in the unofficial vote. And this year, mashallah, tabarakallah, it gives me great pleasure to announce to my brothers and sisters all around the world that our Al-Maghrib Institute 2012 winner, Liwa, the top Qabila around the whole of Maghrib world, is Qabilat Medinatain in Minneapolis, Minnesota, mashallah, tabarakallah. They got awesome numbers turnout. They had the highest percent turnout for the exam. And this is where they beat Qabila Durba. Durba was this close because in Minneapolis, more people came to the exam than in New Jersey. And the average exam marks were pretty similar to very high exam marks, inshallah ta'ala. So I believe I have with me right now the Amir and Amira of Medinatain, Minneapolis, Minnesota. We have the Amir, who, if I'm not mistaken, is in Mecca right now, calling in. And we have the Amira, the Amir's name is Brother Ubaid, and the Amira is Sister Nadia. Are you there? Hello.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. This is Ubaid. Yes, I am here.
Alhamdulillah. Are you in Mecca right now, Ubaid?
I just left the Haram. Alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Were you making dua for this?
I was, subhanAllah, Sheikh, and I was leaving. I told my wife, well, I guess we didn't win, but alhamdulillah, it's good. And then 2 minutes later, I got the call from Brother Noor. So alhamdulillah, Sheikh. You have no idea how excited I am.
Alhamdulillah, that's awesome. Sister Nadia, are you there as well?
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. How are you?
Alaikum. Alhamdulillah. How are you feeling right now?
I'm so hyped. Alhamdulillah. This is a great honor. SubhanAllah. And I was thinking, I told Brother Ubaid to make a lot of dua for us for our qadida, but I didn't think he was going to make dua for the dua. So, SubhanAllah. So awesome.
Okay, I got some questions for you guys. It's nice to, reflect with you guys. I actually haven't met both of you. Have I met you, Brother Ubaid? Have we met before?
I actually met you at the first Infest in Chicago. You would not have remembered.
Okay.
But I did meet you personally.
Okay, so how did you guys do it? There's so many Qabila cities and all around the world. How did you guys do it?
Sheikh, first of all, alhamdulillah, all praises to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I think, we are a city where for a long time we've had a community, we've had a culture where people were waiting for this to happen. Outside of just winning the Liwa, just bringing Al-Maghrib in itself, there was a tremendous response from the community because I think people were waiting for something like that. And, we obviously think about trying to win the Liwa, but we were trying to get people to come to the classes and make sure people were benefiting, trying to provide services that people were happy about. I think the Amira from Tayyiba said last year, she said we stopped thinking about the Liwa and then we won it. And I want to take that advice from her and basically stop talking about, trying to win something, but just try and do some good, sincere work, inshallah. I think that's the key. Nadia, you want to add something?
Yeah, Sister
Nadia. No, it's very true. Yeah.
Yeah, you hear a lot of people making excuses, and they don't get to a stage like this by making excuses. So what is your response, and what do you think about people making excuses? What advice would you give them?
Just going back to what Brother Ubaid said, and just is that don't think about winning and just take things one step at a time. I mean, subhanAllah, when I got the message knowing that we were up for the du'a, I was thinking, the first thing that came to my mind was Sheikh Yasser telling us at our first class during Love Notes, if you guys continue to do what you're doing and you keep up the good work, you guys can definitely win the du'a. And I think that was the first time we actually thought about the possibility of winning the du'a. But subhanAllah, I mean, after that class, I'm so sure that the idea just went away, and we just kept on, we focused our attention on each class and just made sure that we would make each class better than the one before, and, kept it to the standards of how we want our classes to go and what we wanted our students to experience and to learn for each Maghrib class. So, yeah.
Okay, so to you, Sister Nadia, and then I'll come back to you, Obaid. What advice would you give to other qabilas to reach the top like you guys have done?
What advice? Honestly, I think the best advice is to just look at all the different cities. I mean, subhanAllah, though we are new in all this, we've only been doing this for a year and a half now, and all the stuff, all the ideas, all the things that we bring to each class, we don't make them up. Our Amir always said, we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We look at all the qada'ir. I mean, we look up to all of them, subhanAllah, especially the first ones, Durba, Majd, Ihsan, mashallah, Husna, all of the qada'ir. We look at the stuff that they do, everybody brings such great ideas, mashallah, to the table, and we subscribe to their newsletters, check out their websites, check out their Facebook pages, because we are in this together and we're all trying to achieve one goal, so it's just looking at everybody and trying to put everything together and just work and make it fit to what your community will like.
Thanks. And Brother Obaid, your advice, how do you get to the top? What advice would you give to the other qabilas?
Basically, not you took the words out of my mouth, but I would add that, at the end, it's just about taking one class at a time. Like I mentioned, I took the advice from the sister last year to heart, and basically, you go into each class, you make sure you remind the volunteers of the sincerity of their actions and making sure that they recheck their intentions, and you try and do the best there, and then alhamdulillah, you get some good feedback. You make sure that you do follow-ups on the things that didn't work so well, and you try and improve, and you constantly try and, move up that ladder of where you are, what you've done, and what you can try and achieve, inshallah. But, just going back to what Nadia said, I always tell people we spend a lot of time on the forums before we became a qabila, and we spend a lot of time right now on Facebook as we're a qabila. And, at the end, like you said, don't reinvent the wheel. There's a lot of great ideas. Just put your own flavor and twist to it, and inshallah, great things will happen.
Alhamdulillah. All right, Jazakallah khairan to Brother Obaid and Sister Nadia. Inshallah, you'll be getting the official liwa. I don't know how you guys are going to get it from New York, but it's going to make its way to Minnesota and sit in somebody's basement until next year or something like that. Hopefully, inshallah, you can win it again and again and again. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always keep you guys on top in this life and in the next. And for all the Al-Maghrib cities, I think a city doesn't become an Al-Maghrib city unless it has the highest standards and they stay in the Al-Maghrib system like that. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward all the brothers and sisters, all the amirs and amiras, all the volunteers, all the teams and all the students for everything that you're doing. And mashallah, tabarakallah, there's this, I'll end with this note. When you see the lineup for tonight's, for the fundraiser and the things that we're doing, mashallah, tabarakallah, you'll often hear people say, if only the Muslims were united. And mashallah, tabarakallah, take a look at the flyer for tonight's event, and when you see all those Islamic speakers all working together and all the students that are, that they represent behind them, say, alhamdulillah, that dream has come true. Jazakumullah khairan. This is Muhammad Sharif signing off. I will give it back to Ammar, who is going to help in taking the liwa from New York. I'm sorry, New York, man. You guys won the Super Bowl this year, but not this year, man. Inshallah, the liwa cup will come back next year.
Inshallah, Jazakallah khair, Sheikh. Well, we can't win all everything.
Actually, I just have one last thing. Sorry. For all the UK guys, brothers and sisters, UK works very hard. In fact, almost every qabila in the UK is like highest standards. But I have to say something to UK. Yes, nobody from the UK is on the dean's list. And no, you didn't get second runner-up or first runner-up. But out of the seven qabilas that made it to the, 7 qabilas that made it to the top, they were vying for the liwa. Three of them were from the UK. 3 of them were from the UK. Which Qabila is from the UK? I will not tell you. But 3 of them were from the UK. So mashallah, they're represented. And hopefully, inshallah ta'ala, next year, we would love to see one of the UK Qabilas win the liwa. Finally, inshallah. Okay. That's it.
Barakallah feek, Sheikh. Jazakallah khair. London actually has won the liwa before.
Yeah, in the past.
Okay. Point taken. So, I guess we'll wrap up at this point in time. Alhamdulillah, final numbers in. We have, so congratulations as well to Qabila Medina Dade. I can definitely say that when we had our first promo out there, we went in there not really having heard too much about Minnesota or knew too much about the community there. And mashallah, we realized there was something special. As soon as we were there, they had, I think, over 700 people at their promo event, which was more than the promo event of any other city that I know of. And alhamdulillah, they sold out their classes ever since, but as well as putting in a lot of effort in their exam turnout. And I've borne witness to a bit walking around in random qabilas, taking pictures of like random things and T-shirts and the way that they have their mugs and all of these things. Inshallah, they really do put a lot of ihsan into what they do. So may Allah Azza wa Jalla reward them for it. And alhamdulillah, they have the liwa. Who will have the liwa next year? Will Sheikh Muhammad find another way to mention Winnipeg next year's session, inshallah? Probably. I'm sure if someone actually did a running tally, Sheikh Muhammad, mashallah, is able to mention Winnipeg in almost every liwa competition somehow. Inshallah, next year maybe Winnipeg will actually win the liwa. We have the updates coming in from Islamic Relief, which is, alhamdulillah, we've been able to raise $41,000 so far for our brothers and sisters in Syria. The replay will continue to be up as soon as this is over. The donate button is still going to be working, so feel free, inshallah, to email everyone that you know so that they can listen into this as well and to take benefit from all of the reminders that have come from all of our shuyukh who have taken the time to speak on this issue. Also, that inshallah ta'ala, for our brothers and sisters who would like to pledge money, again, a reminder with regards to the numbers for the USA, UK, and Canada, 888-479-4968 for the US, 888-479-4968. For the UK, it is 0800-520-0000. And for Canada, it is 855-377-4673. Jazakumullahu khairan for listening in, everyone, all of these hours. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.